Your body position on the skydive is very important. It can affect your stability as you exit the aircraft, leave the aircraft, and also impacts how well your parachute is deployed. The arch position keeps you stable in the relative wind. Most airplanes are traveling at about 80 to 110 miles an hour as you exit the airplane. This means that as you exit, the relative wind is actually coming from the front of the airplane. As you pick up speed in the free fall, that relative wind starts coming from below you straight up. For static line and IAD students, we want to see arms and legs fully extended. Your head will be up, your hips will be pushing forward, and you'll think about maintaining a big X position. There are a few hand signals that you need to be aware of for your skydive. The first one is legs. What we need here is we need you to give a little bit more leg pressure and extend your legs just a little bit more. The second one is head up. Keeping your head up will help you maintain a good arch position. And then finally, the arch position just means try to arch a little bit harder. Push your hips forward a little bit more to have a good arch position.
Legs straight out, knees off the ground, chest off the ground, arms out. Watch the plane fly away. So at this point, we're hanging from the strut. We're going to focus on legs, head up, watch me. If you watch me the entire way, your head will stay up. Arch. See, our legs are out, spread apart, arms full apart, body off the floor. So at this point, we're going to be working on leg pressure. What we want to see, legs off the ground, pushing back as hard as you can. Good. Relax.
Let's back up and talk about how we get into this arch position outside of the airplane. So now we're going to talk about the aircraft exit. Just before you exit, your instructor will make sure that you are ready to skydive. Your instructor will ask, "Are you ready to skydive?" You have to answer a very clear yes or no. Once you answer yes, your instructor will say, "I have your pilot chute." They will be holding your pilot chute in their hand, and you will need to check and confirm that they have a good grip on it. Then your instructor will open the door and say, "Climb out and stop." Because you have the parachute on your back, you will need to stay low in the door frame. In order to climb out, you'll put your right hand on the strut and then right foot on the step. Then you'll take your left foot, put it on the step, and then left hand on the strut. Then your instructor will say, "Climb all the way out and hang." You'll slide your hands all the way up the strut and let your feet come off of the step. You will now be hanging from the strut of the airplane. Once you are hanging from the strut of the airplane, your instructor will say, "Legs, head back, watch me, arch, go." Then, once you let go of the airplane, you're going to count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, check. Now you can check your parachute. At this point, your instructor will ask, "Are you ready to skydive?" You have to say, "Yes, I am ready to skydive," or shake your head and say no. The instructor will say, "I have your pilot chute." You must confirm, check his hand, and say, "You have my pilot chute." The instructor will then ask the pilot for the door and open the door. Climb all the way out and stop. Right hand, right foot, left hand. Then turn back and look at your instructor. Climb all the way out and hang. Left foot crosses behind the right foot to rest on the step. Legs, head up, watch me, arch. Time for another review. How many gear checks do you get, and when are they? After the parachute opens, what are the 3 questions you must ask to determine if you can land that parachute safely? What is the decision altitude and what does it mean? Time to practice. Your instructor at the drop zone will have you practice the arch position on the ground or on a mat, and also practice the exit from the airplane into the arch position hanging from the strut.